morning. So, I guess now is the time to start recording before I forget. Also, I'm sorry for forgetting to put on the music for the first 15 minutes. I'm also sorry for keeping y'all on hold for 30 minutes, but that is beside the point. The point is that I am back. I was only supposed to be gone for a week, and then on the day that I was supposed to come back, the day previous, I went to Pride Fest, and that was cool. And I wake up on Monday, and I'm like, I'm a little sunburned, so I can't do makeup. And then I go, and of course, then I go do a bunch of yard work, and I get a really bad sunburn. Well, really bad is kind of relative. It wasn't really all that bad, but it was kind of itchy, I guess. So I couldn't do makeup. And then Tuesday was still clearing up, and today it's finally clear, and I wake up late. So I just didn't want to miss a second week in a row, and I know it's Thursday, so I could have come back tomorrow, but coming back on a Friday seems a little backhanded. I don't know, that's kind of weird. But while I was gone, I did spend the time coming up with a bunch of cool new look ideas, so I'm just excited about that. I forgot to bring my skincare in here, so we're skipping that step, which is probably a bad idea, but I did a mud mask before I went to bed, so I'm assuming that makes it better. So, I'll find where my headband is. Yeah. Well, I was in the front yard for about, I don't know, 3 hours-ish. So yeah, I'm gonna slightly rinse my face though. I don't often leave the house, but luckily I'm the only person in my family who doesn't burn as bad as everybody else. I'm the only one who can, feasibly tan in the house. The rest of them just get burnt and then sad. And I also got this, it's called the Maybelline Master Blur Stick, and my mom just kind of found it, and she was like, "Hey, what's this?" And I'm like, "It's primer." She's like, "Huh," and I tried it, and it's really nice. So but yeah, I do not recommend going out of the house that long. It sounds like it sucks, and by that I mean it does suck, and I'm sorry for just covering the camera right there. But yeah, literally I woke up at 5 a.m. So I was like, oh, I don't want to miss another day. So it's good to be back. My nose is still a little pink, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be using the new primer just to see how it fares with like a full face of makeup, because I just tried it like on my face to see how, if I was like, you know, like allergic to it or something. So I brought scales outside recently, when it wasn't too humid, because the humidity will kill her. So I waited until it wasn't. Yeah. So, but it was like still nice outside and still warm, so she could, you know, spend some time, because bearded dragons can eat wild clover, which is nice. So I put her in the grass, and she's like, "What do grass?" And I said, "The floor is edible." She's like, "No." Eventually, she did try to eat it, but like, she kind of just sat there as bearded dragons do. So yeah, it's a white stick. So. I always forget to do right here. Okay, so I'm taking my big blush brush, making sure it's smooth. And I just hit myself in the eye with it. Okay, so the contour for this one is going to be kind of weird. I actually drew a bunch of these, so let me find it. So I'm gonna take a very darker, a lot of a darker color. I almost forgot to do foundation and concealer, but it almost skipped directly to contour. But you know. There's something stuck in my foundation. I think it's hair, but it's like it's bothering my eye. I'm trying to grab it without sticking my fingers in it, so it's like. I was up very late last night, playing RuneScape as usual, but, the thing is that I'm almost out of free-to-play quests. Like, I have 2 left, and around 8 p.m., around 7:30 actually, around 7:30 I had 3 quests left, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet, and before I go to bed, I'm gonna finish this freaking quest. That is actually part of the reason why I quit playing RuneScape like a year ago. I would like to add, and it's called Broken Home, and it was added as part of the, I believe, 2008 Halloween event. And it's listed as a novice quest. It makes you put all your stuff away, which means you have to clear out bank space if you don't have enough, which, you know, sucks. Also, since then I did pierce my ears. I don't know, I forgot to mention that. But, yeah, so you don't get to use your map in the way it gives you a floor plan. There are rooms that try to kill you. You don't regenerate over time. You get limited amounts of food, which you can only consume when you're at really low health because it heals you fully and then it gets consumed completely. There are things behind doors that try to kill you. The layout is confusing. There are 4 million keys. There are puzzles that are not obvious. There are doors you don't even use. And there's a lot of going back and forth through this extremely complicated landscape. And the thing is that the first time I started it, but I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it because I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. So I ended up with this quest half finished when I quit. And so when I picked it back up, and I was like, okay, time to finally finish this bastard. I was halfway through, had no idea what I was doing, was missing several pieces according to the walkthrough, and I had to go all the way around. Yeah, because you don't even get like an objective list or like a point where the quest is or anything. It's just, you are here, these are the rooms. It won't tell you which ones want to kill you. You have to look for particles if you want to see where the ghost who's trying to kill you is. And at a certain point in near the end of the quest, there's this giant ghost. Well, it's a demon technically, and it collects ghosts, like it eats them. And it's actually fairly neatly animated for 2008, and also being like 6 polygons, but it's like, the thing is that before you like take care of it, it chases you through a bunch of different rooms, and you have no idea which rooms it is. And sorry, I'm trying to use up the last of this concealer because it's literally, I'm at the bottom of it, and I don't want to throw it away when there's still concealer in it, so I have to kind of scrape my face a little bit. But yeah, it chases you around and you don't know which rooms it will be chasing you. And the thing is that if you stand at a door that you just entered, it will spawn on top of you and it insta-kill you. And it makes you go back to your save point, which was God knows when. It's like a whole thing. And it's listed as a novice quest, short to medium. What in God's name does that even mean? Okay, so yeah, the contour is going to be really weird. So let me first do this. I know I've had it. But so the highlight is going to stay mostly the same. Sorry, I forgot to talk. Sometimes that generally happens when I haven't taken my medicine yet, and I haven't. So it's just one of those things. But it's like, so yeah, I finished the quest, and by then it was like 11 p.m. and I was absolutely, completely out of it. Someone messaged me being like, "Hey, help me, use words, you're good at words, tell friend pretty," and I was like, yes, will. So in a series of unintelligible nonsense, I made some very cute remarks. And they were like, "Oh, that's so sweet," and I'm like, "Thank you." And with my parting words, this was on Instagram, of course, so I sent a gift message. I was like, "I'm gonna pass out now. Here are my parting words." And I sent a gift message, and it says, "Penis wiener." But wiener is spelled with all spaces between and 2 E's. And then I passed out. I'm not sure I even remember doing that. So waking up and looking at that this morning was kind of interesting. I run a nation state in my free time called it's on a website called nationstates.net. And it's pretty fun, like running a country or something. Especially because none of the people are real. So you don't feel bad if your population goes down. Well, I mean, I still feel bad. I genuinely do. I look at all the stat changes and be like, okay, do I feel guilty for making this choice? Okay, so yeah, this is the part that's gonna get a little iffy. So let's see. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm very specifically not going to use my beauty blender on this because I'm not sure it's going to wash out. But I'm going to take black eyeshadow. And I'm going to say trust me here. I don't know why you would, but trust me. It kind of looks like I have stubble, which is mean I'm not really into it, but I don't hate it, I guess. Okay, so now that I've got that base layer down, why am I getting ghosted at? I'm gonna take a little bit more. Go on just a little bit. Man, that actually does really cut the cheekbone if I look face forward, if I face directly forward. There we go. Okay. So, this is also gonna be weird. And I gotta find which one is best to do this with. I just knocked something over, but like, yeah. So, I think I'm gonna use this one, which is the first, like, I guess, color palette I've gotten. I had like a nude palette before this. Okay, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. I can't use the blush brush for this, so I might go back to the contour brush. And I'm dabbing it against my hand to see if it leaves any residue behind of the previous color, which is black. So, and I don't want that. My desk space is very, 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 very small. So let me go ahead and shove my keyboard out of the way. There we go. It isn't a very good palette, so I'm kind of just hoping that it'll pity me and let me do my thing. Probably not. So I'm using a lime green as blush, which might, you know, seems weird. Because it is weird. Whoop-de-doo! Green blush isn't normal? Wow! Also while I was gone, I made a TikTok that got 2,700 views, which is nice. And it wasn't even makeup. It was just me pretending to torture a strip of pasta. People really like that one, though. This is nowhere near as vibrant as I would like it to be, but I'm doing this as a base layer at this point. If I don't throw my brush, apparently. Jesus. There it is. So there's my base layer. I'm also going to put some on the tip of my nose. And I'm taking a darker brown. So I forgot to contour my nose. I'm just going up the sides with it, basically. Cool. So yeah, time to find a different lime green, I guess. I don't know. I probably should have thought this through a little more before I did this, but I'm not one to do much planning. A lot of the greens I have are either too light or too dark. Let's see. Aha! I wish this would go on a little bit bolder. That'd be really nice of it, actually. Because this is, you know, it's eyeshadow. It's supposed to... And most of the stream is just gonna be me trying to put green on my face. At least it's going a little faster now. I'm gonna need to scrub this brush. Poor thing. So yeah, now I'm adding a second layer to it. Thank the Lord for My Chemical Romance and their Danger Days palette, because this is the only one that's like closest to the shade I need. It's still a little dark, but I can work with it, especially with the next layer that I'm gonna do. I also wish it was a little bit more even. That'd be really nice of it, actually. There we go. So, that's the second layer to that. Let me put this away. Okay, now I'm gonna dip into a lighter, sparklier green and put that on top. It looks like I'm auditioning for Wicked Junior, which is kind of the point, actually. Yes, because you know, if you look at the song, I've been listening to a lot of music recently. Specifically, I have these like playlists put together of playlists of like POV playlists or something. So it's like, do I want to? I basically have two. I have two, and it's like, do I want to feel like a hot woman, or do I want to chill out? And those are my only two choices. And honestly, I'm happy with those being my only two choices. Because sometimes I don't want to feel like a woman. And that's okay. Okay, so I'm putting some on the nose. I'm taking just a little bit of like a darker shade to also put on the nose because I forgot to do that with the medium shade. It just makes me look unbelievably shiny. Smells like eyeshadow. There we go. Rudolph's worst cousin. There we go. So that's a thing. So it's now time for the main event. Ooh. So I gotta get this pile back out. Boop, boop. I'm starting in the corners. And I'm just fanning it out. This brush is a little too large, so I'm gonna switch it out. I'm making sure it's pretty, I'm trying to make sure it's even. There's going to be 2 layers to this as well, so it just doesn't show up well on camera, unfortunately. Probably because my webcam is very sad, but boop, boop. I've been trying to make TikToks recently, I guess. I was planning on making TikToks to these, but I forgot to take parts while I was actually doing this, so, well, I'm probably not going to do that one, so. But yeah, I have a bunch of songs, so I think I'm gonna pick a couple for this week and maybe also make TikToks out of them. I barely understand how TikTok works. I've accidentally followed 2 people and I had to Google how to unfollow them because the button isn't labeled. It makes me feel so old. Speaking of, someone asked me how old I was on YouTube, and I didn't answer them because it's kind of weird. They're like, just asking, and I'm like, you could be a pervert pretending to be a 15-year-old girl. No thanks. Wow, that is actually really nice looking. I gotta fill it in. Ooh, I'll fill it in a little bit, but that's really nice. Unfortunately, my eyes are not symmetrical, so it makes it really hard to mimic it. call that close enough. But yeah, I don't like TikTok, like, at all. It's not something that I use or, like, spend time on, but that's where the people are. So, you know, if I want people to give me attention, I go where the attention is. That looks really nice. Oh, that's straight up gorgeous. Heck yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking about whose line is it anyway, but that is what I was thinking about, which is why I forgot to talk. I forgot to talk because I was thinking about Drew Carey. I have a lot of intrusive thoughts generally, and it's kind of hard to work with when I'm trying to like actually talk to people and do things. I forgot to do the second layer of the green, and I feel stupid. But I could probably do this. I could probably pull it off. Well, would you look at that? But also, yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but I still have a couple marks from the rash that kept me out for a week. So, in case you needed evidence that I wasn't just slacking. I know I haven't talked about it for like half an hour, but it's worth mentioning, I suppose. Okay. I have so many palettes on my desk because I went through a lot of them to try and find a green. Okay, let's see. Closed. Put it in the sleeve. Excuse me. Nice. So yeah, I'm trying to do something kind of sleek, kind of classy, but also that whatever that expression is. I messed it up so bad on the side. It is so much thicker on this side. It's close enough. I'm not gonna attempt to fix it and then mess up the other side. So I'll call that good enough. Anyways, I have a bowl of instant noodles sitting next to me on my nightstand so I can take my medicine. My medicine is literally sitting on top of a tech deck. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the clear primer because I'm actually really liking this. So there we go with that. And I'm gonna take green lipstick. And I'm putting it in the middle here. So, and then I'm taking funny enough, I don't have any black lipstick. I probably should get some at some point. I used to have some in like 6th grade, and then it like melted and then reconstituted, and then it was kind of like lumpy, I guess. So I melted it and turned it into a different shade of green lipstick. So anyways, I'm taking black eyeshadow instead. I'm using the wrong brush for this. I actually have a lip brush. It's these circular ones. I did bring Q-tips in here, so if I need them, I have them. Which is amazing, because I've been needing Q-tips in here for like months and months and months. And I just never grabbed them. So yeah, I'm hoping to get back on track with this sort of stuff. Now that I'm all healed up. So I need to... And I'm making my upper lip pointy. And it's not really going on as bold as I need it to, so I'm going to grab a brush that is not for lippy. Boop. And now I'm thinking about Tuesdays with Maury for some reason. And also how the writer sucked. Like he wasn't bad at writing, but he was just not a great dude. It was like, oh, Maury taught me humility, and then he didn't. You didn't learn jack, man. So now that I have that black outline done, I'm gonna go back with the green. But I'm not gonna use lipstick. I'm gonna use eyeshadow for this, specifically so I don't ruin my lipstick. That's why I did it first. The lips are not going well. However, if I blend it out, it might be fine. I'm gonna call that close enough. So anyways, if you haven't listened to the song, this one, don't mind my hair being really weird. I've been wearing it in a headband for several days. But that's all I've got for you today, my ladies, gents, and non-binary friends. Thank you for tuning in. Check out my socials. You know how it goes. Jesus, I just dropped my palette. But anyways, Bye. Stay fresh. Peace out.